Alright legends, so we're diving straight into it today. We visited Whyalla in South Australia a few years back to witness the mass breeding aggregations of the giant Australian cuttlefish.
Are we doing this again?
I don't know.
You might be able to tell from our screams that this breeding aggregation occurs in winter and we were well underprepared. The water was a fresh 12 degrees Celsius and we only had 3 mil wetsuits to keep us warm. Now I'm not the type of woman who gives up easily if I have my mind set on something. But with the brain freeze and the constant shaking, this was one moment in my life when I was ready to call it quits. That was until we spotted our first cuttlefish.
Oh God!
As soon as we started spotting these guys, it was enough to distract us from the cold water. We spotted one, then another, then there just seemed to be cuttlefish everywhere. These dudes are the world's largest cuttlefish species, growing up to 50 centimeters across the mantle and over a whopping 10.5 kilos in weight. The reason they're here is to get a bit freaking naughty, or in layman's terms, to breed. Now because of this, the males put on a spectacular show to attract a mate. They flare out their arms to make themselves appear bigger. But the coolest thing I've seen is when they pulsate different patterns and colours across their body to appear more attractive to the opposite sex. How they do this is by expanding and contracting specialised skin cells called chromatophores. They also use these specialised cells to camouflage when hunting, avoiding predators, and also to communicate. Mating takes place head-to-head, face-to-face, and then the female will lay between 100 and 300 eggs in the crevices. The females do not guard their eggs and are left to hatch after 3 to 5 months. Smaller males have a sneaky trick to get past the larger, more aggressive males. Some will actually pose as females, mimicking their colour and behaviour. This allows them to go undetected, and the smaller males will sneak in and mate with the female without bringing awareness to the bigger boys. It is thought that the Australian giant cuttlefish has a very short lifespan of just 2 to 4 years. So once the fun and games are all over, many of these beauties will die. It was sad to see as Zebby and I enjoyed watching them and their different behaviours, but we also knew it was just a part of life. Another lesser-known Whyalla attraction is the dolphins at the marina. They have been following fishermen back to the marina for decades in hopes of picking up a scrap or two of fresh fish, which is a learnt behaviour. You sometimes hear stories like this travelling around Australia, but they're pretty rare. You can walk down to the jetty and watch them follow the boats in. They come up extremely close, so get your camera ready. It is illegal to feed wild dolphins, so I'd recommend just enjoying the moment. Don't feed them those crappy frozen pilchards. Just observe and leave it up to the locals who have been interacting with this pod for generations. I've chucked this episode in now because we were driving past this location again on our way over to WA, and I thought it was worth a mention. I have so much footage of past adventures, and we'll be throwing them in from time to time when I feel like it's necessary. I know in a previous episode I said I'll be showing you what we got up to in Tasmania and South America, but I'll upload them sometime down the track. For now, I hope you enjoy watching our more recent adventures.
Right, resting, mate? Yeah. You good?